Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about graphing hyperbolas, and here are the two problems that we will do. The more important question to think about though is, what is your favorite advice a parent has ever given you? So let's talk about this section firstly. It's a very rare occurrence when you would see something like an ellipse or a hyperbola on an Algebra 2 section on the ACT, but circles are usually on there. I did make an ellipse video that I recommend watching before this one, because once you learn ellipses, hyperbolas become a lot easier. So there are a few things that we have to think about before we do these problems. Okay, the standard form of a hyperbola is always basically x minus h squared over, we'll call it a squared, minus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Notice that it equals 1. The hk is the center of this shape. If it's in that format, then it's going to look like, this is your graph, it's going to be opening up left and right. Now, sometimes they do open up and down, and that's when it would be flipped, where you have the y coming first. So notice the h stays with the x though. Either way, they both equal 1. So if this first problem has a 16 and a 9 in the denominator, we have 4 squared, 3 squared. Remember, it's, everything is square rooted to figure out the dimensions. Now, this is so similar to an ellipse because it's all the same format. It's just an ellipse would be plus in the middle. For a hyperbola, you have to think, is it x minus y or is it y minus x? This one is x minus y, so it would be in this format here, the first, and that tells you that it's going to open up left and right. So how do you figure out exactly where it's placed and what the dimensions are basically of the center of this hourglass shape? So the center is 1, 1. Use the same logic as the center of a circle. So I'm going to graph that 1, 1 right there. And then the 4, this 4, is tied to this x right here. So what I'm going to do is from the center, I'm going to go 4 units side into the side. Okay, so then I'm going to give myself a little, just basically a dot right there. Then it is going 3 units in the y direction from the center. So because of the 3. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what I like about this, see right there, we would be drawing our ellipse. It is the same idea. It's just that would be it if this was positive. Because it's the minus, that means that instead, I recommend drawing a little box with those same dimensions. From the center, it's 4 out, 3 up, 3 down. So instead of drawing my ellipse, I'm drawing a box with the same dimensions. And these hyperbolas have these asymptotes, lines that the graph hugs but never touches, going through the corners of the box. And then all you have to know is, okay, this one opens up left and right. It's going to go through that little point on the, so that would be the vertex point. On the left side, this is the vertex point on the right side here that the graph will pass through. You want to avoid the asymptotes, so those are like the boundary lines of how to draw these curves. And that's it. So if you were asked to write the equation given a graph here, let's think about how we would handle that. I'm going to switch colors since I'm seeing blue on here. Okay. So first of all, you have to think about, is it x minus y or is it y minus x? This one is pointing up and down. I'll zoom out so we can see our notes here. It's going to look like this, okay? And we have to remember that the center is HK, not KH. Okay, so I'm just going to give myself a little template. It's going to be y minus something over something squared minus x minus something over something. That's a squared equals 1. Okay, now the somethings are what? So I'm noticing that my center is at 0, 1, right? On this diagram, they even drew the box, so you can kind of see that too. The center is at 0, 1. Okay, the 0 is the x coordinate, and then the 1 is the y. Okay, then it goes 2 up, 2 down, so that's going to be a 2 squared for the y, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 both ways on the x will give us a 5 going left, going right. Okay, so I have all the bones now, I just need to simplify it. This would be y minus 1 squared. Sometimes my computer gets in this mode where it it erases. It'll be good. Okay, minus, and then I don't need the 0, x squared. It always ends up working out. 25 equals 1. Okay, so I have exactly what I need, which is the standard form of the equation of the hyperbola. Okay. Final answer. And as far as practice problems go, let's try another one of these where you are graphing. Notice this one is y minus x. And then this one that you have to write an equation for is left and right. So that is the opposite of what we do. I'll let you try these. Maybe pause the video. I will show you the answer. Answers are here. So the box for the first one was 3 left, 3 right, 2 up, 2 down. Okay. And then center was at -1, 1. And then this one would have been, 4 squared here, 2 squared here. Center at -1, +1. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Here's a quote to keep you going. No matter how many mistakes you make, I just made a mistake saying the word mistake, or how slow your progress, you're still way ahead of everyone who isn't trying. Great, remember. So feel free to write a comment with the answer to the fun question. And if you'd like to keep up with new videos, you can subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.